Forces news coming in. Russian invasion. Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania fight back. Russia has launched a sudden and massive attack on strategic targets throughout Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania. Details are scarce, but it's believed the main aims are to quell opposition and declare martial law. Reports suggest that the small internal defence forces were quickly overpowered. Here's Jason Townsley.
Reports emerging from the Baltic states suggest a lightning-fast occupation of these territories. Casualties are believed to be light, although there are rumours that key political figures have already been rounded up and removed to Russia. Quite what the Russians have in mind for the populations of Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania would be pure speculation at this time. Jason Townsley, Warsaw, Poland.
This is an EBC News Bulletin. Poland invaded by Russian forces. Poland's been attacked just hours after the Russian assault on the Baltic states. 2,000 people are feared dead and many hundreds more injured. Russian cruise missiles destroyed communications and military installations across the country. The main Polish television station was hit and is off the air. As Jason Townsley reports, hospitals are at breaking point and military leaders are said to be shaken by the events.
There is a scene of devastation here in Warsaw. The last few hours have seen many attacks on this city alone. Both strategic bombers and cruise missiles have hit military and communications targets, but civilian buildings have also been hit. The ultimate objective of the invasion is not yet known, and the feeling in Poland at the moment is of utter despair. The sudden switch from occupation of the Baltic states to invasion of Poland suggests a broader and more sinister agenda. Jason Townsley for EBC News, Warsaw, Poland.
British Defence Forces are on full alert. Those on leave are being recalled. The Prime Minister is expected to make an announcement later. We'll bring you more as it happens. This is an EBC News Bulletin.
Autopilot engaged. Autopilot is engaged. Waypoint passed. Autopilot engaged. Autopilot is engaged.
The EBC headline news. NATO's at war with Russia. Polish land forces face a desperate struggle. UK reserve forces are sent to help. NATO countries have declared war against Russia in response to its attacks in Eastern Europe. A significant number of military aircraft and troops are being sent to the scene. US President Helena Campbell has called the attacks unprovoked and against all reason. She's being supported by the British Prime Minister Edward Peterson, who's also sending his forces to the combat zone. Meanwhile, Russian forces have pushed to within 70 kilometers of the Polish capital Warsaw. Its air force is struggling to fight back with its outdated Russian aeroplanes. The German, British and Americans are taking over from their base in Germany. In Britain, a state of high alert has been declared, and reserve forces, including the Territorial Army, are being mobilized.
Ammo low. Autopilot engaged. Waypoint passed. Status: drop tanks empty. Advise jettison.
BBC News headlines. NATO backs US and British actions. Military initiate Icelandic air bridge and first public warning broadcasts in the UK. NATO says it's backing the American and British attempts to liberate Poland and the Baltic states. It's denounced the Russian attacks as unprovoked and illegal, and it'll be calling on all leaders to support defensive action. A special supply air bridge has been set up across the Atlantic to make sure the mission succeeds. Troops and supplies will be ferried in from America via Iceland to Europe. In Britain, fears of terrorist attacks have prompted the government to use the media to tell people what to do in the event of an attack. The Commander-in-Chief of the Police Force, Sir David Martin, says no one should panic and just follow the advice they have. We suggest you keep a battery-powered transistor radio close to hand. Claire Montgomery, EBC News.
Waypoint passed. Autopilot disengaged. Wheel brake on, wheel brake off. Wheel brake on, wheel brake off. Wheel brake on.